And for all the media hype that one particular Spurs player got, it was another that stole the show ultimately. So yeah, in all honesty, that game was dreadful, alright? It was just usual England. It was boring, alright? There was hardly any chances throughout the game, and it lacked entertainment. Now, in all honesty, Roy Hodgson as a manager, you know, he seems pretty good when he's not on the touchline, like when he's being interviewed or whatever. Seems to know what he's talking about. On the pitch, however, doesn't have a clue. Like, what the hell? I know he wanted to play a lot of second string players, what you would call second string for England, which is fair enough. But why in the world would you play them out of position? Jones is a CDM. Are you for real? What the hell? I'm a Manchester United fan. I know how error-prone Jones is, alright? Put him as CDM. Are you having a laugh? And then you've got Walcott up front ahead of Rooney. Yeah, he switched that, fair enough, later on. But what the hell? That just doesn't work, alright? Walcott's come back from a long-term injury. He's not the player he was before the injury, and I don't think he ever will be, in all honesty. So, you know, put him as a striker just doesn't work, in my opinion. But anyway, as I say, it was a dull game. We lined up, I think it was a diamond, and we had 4-1-2-on-2. It was Hart, Klein, Jagielka, Smalling, Gibbs. Then you had, in the hole, I've just said Jones. Then you had Henderson and Delph playing just ahead with Rooney in the number 10 with Walcott and Kane up front. Harry Kane, you know, much has been said about him. Obviously, he scored his debut for England 80 seconds into the last game. And yeah, he's been fantastic. But in this game, I had a fairly quiet game. And to be honest, that's not really down to him. That's just the entire team. One thing, and I know a lot of fans will get pissed at this, but it's true. One thing that pisses me off is Sterling, Milner, Welbeck and others that I just can't remember off the top of my head have got special treatment. They got sent home. They don't have to play this friendly. Yet all the other players do. And it's just ridiculous. Like, bullshit does Welbeck have an injury. He's just being rested for an important game against Liverpool. It's fucking horseshit. But anyway, that's why we had to play some of these players, like Delph, for example, Walcott, as I say, and then later on Townsend gets subbed on, but I'll get onto that later. So, as I say, there wasn't much, and then eventually, you know, Phil Jones doing his best to give Italy the lead, literally loses Chiellini, gets bundled to the floor, and Chiellini crosses it in, and Graziano Pelle doing a Falcao, really, like, not performing for his club, but performing for his country. And he scores. It's a nice, deft header over, well, it's kind of to the side of Joe Hart, right into the corner. And, yeah, that gives Italy the lead, 1-0. And from there on in, until the first half ended, Italy controlled the game. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. There wasn't really any chances until the second half came. And then we subbed on Carrick and Barkley, and they made the difference. They were passing, they were actually holding possession, creating chances. I think they got subbed off for, was it Delph and Henderson? I can't remember. But anyway, they get subbed on, they're dictating the play. We get a couple of chances. Rooney gets a nice volleyed chance that he hits too good, as the phrase is. Basically, he hits it too sweetly, and Buffon makes a nice save because it's kind of straight at him. He has another good chance where he tries to slot it round the keeper's legs, through the keeper's legs. Obviously, this was after the goal, though. And a couple of other chances for Italy. Mobile got subbed on. A few of the youngsters, they subbed on Abate. And yeah, they tried to kill us on the counter, to be honest. We subbed off Klein. Not sure why we did that. Also, Gibbs, don't know why he started ahead of Bertrand. Like, there's so many players that deserve starts and didn't get it. One thing I did mention in the first half, Smalling goes off injured. It's basically concussion, so hopefully he's alright for the Aston Villa game, because we need him. He's in the top 5 European centre-backs in 2015, which is just crazy. But yeah, anyway, the goal, Andros Townsend gets subbed on, and to be honest, he shouldn't even be in the England lineup. I don't know whatever people say, I don't care, alright? He shouldn't, alright? And this goal doesn't justify him starting, in my opinion, because he's been dreadful for Spurs all season, and your form should you should be picked over your club form. And, you know, fair enough, he scored, and he did in the last England game, I think, that he played, but he shouldn't be starting, in my opinion. And yeah, it's a terrific goal, though, not taking anything away. 25, 30 yards, and it's his weaker foot as well, and he slams it in. But he gets killed consistently for Spurs, alright? I'm not sure how your form can transpire it can be so different, especially when you're playing in the same league. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. But anyway, congratulations to Townsend, but I still don't think he should make the England squad. There's so many other players that deserve call-ups. But anyway, yeah, after that, we looked as though we could get another chance. As I say, Rooney had a nice chance. Kane had a chance later on that was saved, but it was going wide. But apart from that, that was it. It was such a dull and boring, usual England display. And yeah, let me know again. I'm going to end off with a question. Do you prefer your club over your country? For me, every time. All right, every time. I don't really care about England that much. Yeah, I would love to see them win. But if it was a choice between Manchester United winning another BPL title or a UCL trophy or even the FA Cup, I'd pick United every time over England winning the World Cup. Let me know who your club is and whether you'd say that. I'll be interested to know if some people who are like, say, mid-table team fans would choose their club over their country or their country over their club, because I gather a lot of top four sides like Chelsea, Man City, although their fans would probably say club over country. It's an interesting debate. I just want to hear your thoughts on it. But yeah, anyway, that's the England match review. Sorry there wasn't a FIFA video out for all my subscribers, but there will be tomorrow after the new Team of the Week is released. I might have a couple of the informs in that, so hopefully you've enjoyed. If you have, subscribe if you haven't already, like the video, and yeah, peace.